Alrighty. This one is from Anonymous. Question number 5. Was Ft77 been bullied in school before? And nobody really knows? Yes, nobody didn't really know. Even those guys who have been victim and know him for a long time, all the drama that he have caused, they didn't even seem to notice why he was really starting to do all of that for. And he only did that for attention, and that happened to my old classmates. Well, the last time I started talking to him about he been bullied, he and his brother Jeremy, they started to know about that kind of effect ever since they were kids. Jonathan was only 10 years old until about a few weeks ago before Valentine's Day. This Valentine's 2017. He told me that he got bullied in the era of his kindergartners. You know, kindergarten. As his ages in 4 to 5 years old, I think. And I was even surprised he would have believed me that I was bullied before. And that kind of effect does affect me when I call some young classmates all stupid. Only one of them. It hurts me while it hurts them as well. As the saying goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, words may hurt forever. And that really explains why I was crying out after calling them stupid. And I know how wrong it was, and I just want to forgive them. And I only did that just for attention when I was so younger at the time. And of course it also happens to many kids nowadays, and that also did happen to one of my classmates. Because seeing Jonathan like this kind of got me thinking back. About who, you ask? About the time one of my classmates named Carlos, he got through the same thing. It's not compared that he only got bullied by classmates, but by the teachers. I think this is the part that you might also get shocked. There was this one time that I noticed that the teachers kind of said something wrong that would make him verbally put down. And I was even shocked to know the teacher got a little carried away. He was acting kind of harsh in a funny way. Also, it's not really compared to Carlos while he was grounded not eating food for a week to the whole month while he's grounded. And I didn't want to believe it until I overheard him talking to the teacher, only the good ones, about it. And I was even so shocked. And there's this one time when I also read a children's book called The Bully, about 3 elementary kids dealing with the same bully, about close up to their age. And of course one old lady, she even offered them a white clovers to talk about the same guy, the bully. And she kind of gave them an advice to pray to God. About days later, or weeks later, they finally found out it wasn't really the bully's intention to bully young kids, or anybody half of his size. That was a father who was really drunk and drinking beer, and he was also been a bully to him. And I was so surprised. I also remember that when I was in high school. I know it's an old children's book, but I finally understand why bullies actually did it. I didn't know what to think. I understand it's been seen bullies have been feeling miserable for the past years, and now I can understand why. But sometimes we all ask ourselves, we don't understand is how could a parent do such a thing to his or her own son, or anybody else? They would hurt them just as much they encountered. They already have allowed their own kid to bully other people at any young age. And that really did explain, because Jonathan did talk to me, and I noticed that the mom, as surprise, surprise, I received this, and this is gonna, get everyone else so notice about it. After I tried to get to know Jonathan while investigating, and I started to talk to him from Google Hangouts, and I met the grandma and the brother Jeremy, until one day, this on the group chat incident, this actually happened. And I was so surprised that Jonathan's mom, I mean, she just literally took it out of him, and she got this kind of phrase from someone else. I know it's okay to feel angry and have those kind of expressions once in a while. And I know she's confused, but that's no excuse for the mom to do that to her own son. And especially a kid who have autism, even high or low function. Even if slow or fast learners, that does not give them the right to do that. Not only a kid, but it also affects to those who reaches up to the age into the adulthood. And I just felt after this incident just happened right in front of me, and to Jeremy and at least few of us, I just felt like that Jonathan was already been kind of embarrassed after removing himself and everyone out off the group chat. From a different anonymous, question number 6. Do his parents know what they're doing is affecting him? Well, it didn't affect just to Jonathan, it's also affecting his family. Well, I've been talking to Jonathan recently over from the beginning of summer 2014 through to a entire couple of years, just about now. I noticed that his relationship with the father is completely strained. Something's off. Needless to say, I can't put my finger on it. Something's really off about the father. I know that Jonathan did mention me he did tease him a couple of times. And I noticed that he's been showing off all the signs, and it does puzzle me that when the father did tease him, saying something that isn't true without realizing what he was doing might be wrong. I was wondering, what is happening? What is happening to them? So I began to look furthermore downly to investigate while I'm still helping him in progress. Until this person named 69, Ft77, kind of been added again in 2015 and received this. Thanks to Mr. 54 on Tumblr, he just stood up to the victim who kind of did just a tad bit taking the things the wrong way about Jonathan without realizing it first. And I got so surprised that he didn't mention that Jonathan has a mental illness. The person talking to Funnytime69 is member 54 on Tumblr. You can see the writing he's been talking about. And I notice I understand and respect his writing here. Like, if anybody else keep holding a grudge against Ft77, even though he has gone through a lot recently from the past, way before the internet, plus the drama he has caused, Ft77, also known as Jonathan, he would have committed suicide while people who know him for a long time, holding an anger, grudge, or still hate him and will never forgive him. All of them would have even known by now they would have got pressed charges by someone they never met. I don't know how or who's going to be pressing charges or suing who did what to who. What matters is that they need to stop doing this. Because holding a grudge, resentment, or anything, or renting out against Jonathan is not healthy. Because they wouldn't even put them or him or both of them into danger or risk their life losing everything. Like one punch in the stomach, verbally, it can ruin all of our lives. Not just this ruin our lives part. The whole ranting thing, someone once said, if they continue to hold hatred or rant off against a person, even they wouldn't believe me if I told them this. It's going to risk them a heart disease, and it's not healthy for our hearts, and it's going to damage their body. That's what I've been trying to tell them all this time, and I've been telling you guys the truth right now. Most importantly, there's also another thing I have to add. To be honest, everyone, I cannot trust Jonathan's father. Something's really wrong. Please continue to part 4. Hopefully it will be the last. See you guys there.